Stephen A. Smith here, giving you guys the 2028 NNCFL Media Day. I'm going to start with my team first, and then we're going to check everybody else's team. Since it's the Media Day, I guess I turn the light on. Since it's the Media Day, we're gonna try to make sure everything looking neat. I should have worn my Colorado gear, but it is what it is. All right, Media Day and NCFL. We're going to start with my team first. We're also going to make some guys ineligible, and we're going to make some guys eligible. Look like majority of the guys have responded, which is good. There are some guys that haven't, and I think I know some of these guys very well, but it's nothing personal. So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, man, we have Heisman returner Quentin Gibson. Very excited to see him back in uniform. We also have some guys that's returning. We have, I think, 10 returning starters. Quarterback, we was able to bring in 4-star Anthony Spears. He will be battling with Quan Doss. Doss was here last year, but when it comes to just the way we run the team, I'm going to let these two battle it out. I think, personally, Spears is going to beat him out, the freshman. I love his upside with him being a freshman, but you can't sleep on Doss, man. Doss is definitely capable of winning the job. Running back, obviously we know about Quentin Gibson, and we also have 2 freshman running backs I'm very excited about. Larry Regis, 90 speed kid, 92 acceleration. Going to take a little slack off of Gibson. Fullback, we got Vernon Downs. He's a returner, 78 rated. I love that. You guys know me by now. I love everything on the edge. It's all about the wide receivers. I'm trying to build this team to be wide receiver U. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 receivers. Some of them aren't going to make the travel squad, obviously. Like 8 at the most will make the team. Some of them will be red shirted. I'm gonna go through and kind of do my do my style of what I like in receivers. I start with speed and then route running. Some guys may not have speed, but they may have route running like this kid right here, but 92 catching in traffic. So 94 spectacular catch. So, some guys have different unique styles. Definitely loving that. Tight end, Corbin LaSure. He's a returner from last season. I'm excited about him. Lineman wise, we have to rebuild. We don't look as good as far as the line go, but we will work on that. Left edge, right edge, DB. I'm excited about a couple of these DBs. We're going to see what we can do as far as they go. Free safety and strong safety. So overall, I like the team. Just some positions need stacked. Some positions need loaded. I missed a year, and it put me behind the 8 ball as far as recruiting go. That's why certain positions is not as loaded as others. But with this year, we're targeting some guys, and we're going to work on getting that roster back full as far as some of those slots that you guys saw. But this is the 2028 Colorado Buffs. You guys know me by now, man. Rating don't matter at all. You're going to have to come and compete. So that is just that. So let's start with the 2028 interviews. We will start with, let's see who we're going to do first. It's the way I want to do this. Where my members at? Team members, Koopy. Well, we're going to do it like this. Roster. All right, we're going to start with Koopy. We can't help but start it with the Natty champion, right? So let's see what Penn State has. Let's see, let's see if they lost anything. Let's see if they a potential repeat. All right, so let's see. So as he's speaking, I'm gonna be checking out his team.
Hey, what's up, Stephen A? Yeah, the championship parade's over. Champagne's back in the fridge. Uh, we're on to next year, and the future's bright. We got a couple guys that we're really looking forward to. Specifically, two. We've got incoming recruit Jeremiah Khaled, wide receiver out of Pennsylvania, so a little homegrown talent. Really think he's going to be taking over offensively in games where we just can't get the run game going. So the hope is that he develops into what we think he's going to be. That's why we're bringing him. We're bringing him to Happy Valley for that specific reason. And then we've got a defensive tackle that we're hoping can kind of shore up that defensive line, stop the run, because that was the one thing we really struggled with all year, was just being able to stop the run. So we're kind of putting a lot of pressure on incoming defensive tackle Greg Tulloch. He's got an elite dev trait, so we're hoping that can kind of fast track him to the starting front seven, kind of shore up that defensive line and get in the backfield, specifically with the block shed. So we'll see. Yeah, we're just reloading. So hopefully we can come out with a better team than last year, and if so, that could be scary. We'll see.
Yeah, so I think this team haven't really lost too much. Just looking at some of the traits this kid has. He's a four-star kid, 6'2", freshman. They have high hopes of him. One of the things that stands out is his four-star rating. Obviously, he's from Brentwood, Tennessee. Definitely love that. I think this team here is built on running the football, but they have shown in this year's past playoffs that they can throw the football if needed. They have lost the kid that I can't remember his name, but they have lost their starting running back. But it doesn't matter. They have this kid right here. I look for him to have some carries as well. Quarterback wise, 93 rated quarterback, 95 throwing power, 95 throw accuracy mid, 96 throw accuracy short as well. You definitely have to love that for sure when you look at this football team. They have receivers that can stretch the field as well, along with some guys that can run great routes, change the direction, and much, much more. So this is a well put team. I would say this is probably one of the favorite teams to win it all. Once again, considering what they have, a lot of you probably saying to yourself, don't you think you would? Not quite. We got one more class. This next year's class is going to be amazing for Colorado. I could have put my name in the hat for the Alabama, but we're gonna finish the job. I kind of feel like prime time in real life. I'm gonna keep battling this thing out until we finish. As you see, the O line looks very well. Right tackle is really nothing that this team needs, more so than just just getting out there on the football field and seeing what happened. Love this team overall. Like I would rate this team what they are, 99 rated all across the board. I would give this team a 10 as far as my rating go. Two cornerbacks, 99 speed. Oh my goodness. You have to love that as well. Free safeties. This team here has what it takes to win it all for sure. So congratulations, Coop. I love that team right there. Moving on. Next up, we're going to go with is We're going to go with USC. It's going to be a pretty good long video. This is the media day. We're not rushing anything. We're going to really observe everybody's team. And after the media day, I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion as far as who have the better team and maybe a possible natty championship for 2028. Um, Next up we have is USC.
You know, Stephen A. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Ah, you know, Stephen A. Listen, man. You know, the 5-star quarterback that we brought in.
Wow.
You know, uh, he's definitely going to start this season. We sent K Fox off to the sunset. He graduated. Obviously, he didn't have the collegiate career that we wanted him to have to send him into the NFL. But he's gone. And, we're going to give the young man a start. He's going to start it. A true freshman over here. And
Nice.
I mean, as far as the recruiting class thing goes, we every season, we like to be up there in the top five, getting 4 5-star recruits. But you know what? Sometimes due to your program, due to the things that you have unlocked and aligned, you can't always get, the 4 and 5-star elite athletes. And I mean, besides, looking at other programs, I mean, there's guys that, stack these 4 and 5-star athletes on a consistent basis. And every season, we see those players consistently leave. So, we don't want to gouge the talent pool and, you know, overdo it and, have all those players here in the recruiting process and then boop, boop, they leave, because of playing time or pro potential or in some other aspect of our program that we're failing, you know. But, the 3-star guys, we've learned, although they don't boost your overall, although they don't, necessarily when they come in, they don't boost your overall. But there are some hidden gems in the 3-star recruits. And, we here at USC, we want to put a football factory together, put the best product out on the field. And, we welcome in all the 3-star athletes, because if the top 5-star recruiting schools, don't want to take those guys, we'll definitely welcome those guys in here, bring them in as a part of our program and, try to produce a winning program at the end of the season. Last year we fell a little bit short, but, we fight on it. So, good luck with the rest of your season, and we'll see you out there.
Appreciate you, young man team. Definitely a very good interview, deep dive. I agree with you 100%. A lot of times it's not even really about, as he mentioned, the 5-star kids. It's sometimes it's about depth. And with me having another year under my belt, before having to return, I can say that depth is very important. So that's why we're going to really hit this this recruiting board harder than usual because there are some positions we're lacking. But when you look at this football team, no doubt about one of the things that stands out is a potential possibly QB battle. I know you're going to go with the 5-star kid, but this 4-star kid has some good upside. I'm interested to see if you're going to throw him in there every now and then if you're a young man team, simply because of his speed. Stephen A. Smith loves speed. 96 speed is just 98 acceleration is just something, man, that's special about that. So it's almost like you just it's hard to sit there and with number 12 on the sideline not playing when you know you have that type of skill set. But he's going to turn to the 5-star kid, a freshman. No doubt about it. He's probably going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks in the NNCFL. You guys can see 6'4", 225, and he only a freshman, man. So can you guys imagine if USC can hold this kid, he'll be 90, damn near 95, 96 or higher by the time his senior year. One of the things that I love about him, he's a fan. He has the fan favorite trait. So playing this team at home is going to be scary, especially with young men and deciding to start him. As you see his physicals, off platform, pull down, on time, slate of hand, mobile dead eye. So that means he can throw some dots on the move as well. Man, this kid is special. 6'4". Wow, love it. I love him. You also can look at some of his running backs. 93 speed right here, Quan Penna. I'm also loving this kid right here, Spencer Carstens. I think he's going to be a nice plug-in play. He might start as well. He has a low risk of injury. Well, all of them should have that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I like this kid as well. He was a 3-star. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Young Manting stated that it's not always about 5 stars. He has a 3-star that's 89 rated. Says a lot about his ability to recruit. That's pretty damn good right there. And it's also motivational for me to see that. Wide receivers, we have a lot of good wide receivers. Guy that stands out is the junior receiver from California. He's a 4-star kid, 6'3", 215 from California as well. And looking at his physical traits, he has the natural improved ability to resist weather impacts. Wow, that's pretty deep right there. Best friend, quarterback composure game on the first down catch as well. I think that's also amazing. Um, let's see. Got somebody's asking, is it too late to do the recap? And also why you do it before I get to your team. Uh, let's see. Sorry about that. All right, just keep it moving. I definitely like him as well. Also Isaiah Tanyan, Tanyan as well, senior with 94 speed. Tight end, not so much. Left tackle, nothing stands out as far as the line go. Um, Nothing that stands out at all. Left edge, liking this kid, 86 rated. Zaire Smith, 96 strength. Pretty good right there. Let's see what he was. He was a 3-star kid, 6'4". Anytime I see the low rated guys, anything under 4 stars in the 80s as far as overalls, I have to give Young a lot of credit on that. I don't see that too often. Um, Definitely love that. Looking at the mental aspects, I don't have anything for mental. Um, but overview, man, I mean, I just love everything about him. He's 6'4", 271 pounds. Coming off that edge, man, with 90 plus strength. That's pretty good. Right edge, 90 rated. Wow, 90 rated right edge as well, with 88 speed. He was a 4 star. And he's 6'4" as well, 293. So we have a lot of guys with some size and speed, 95 acceleration, 91 acceleration. That's what you love to see. D tackles, nothing really that just stands out to slow down the recap. Um, not any guys in the secondary. I do like this kid right here, free safety. He's a junior. Let's see, he was a 3 star. Wow. Young man team done a great job as far as finding guys under the radar. I love that, man. That's how Prime like to recruit. You know, a lot of times he find guys that's under the radar as far as star rating. Sometimes not always about stars. So when you have a guy like Young Man Team make a statement like that, he has the resume to back it up. You know, he's not just saying it. As you look at his team, you see he's clearly bringing in 3 star kids, but they're 80 plus rated, and they all have something about them that stands out. I love this kid's speed, 90 plus rated speed, 93 rated speed, 96 acceleration, 92 change of direction. He's a senior, so I'm expecting him to play a little bit with 88 catching. Definitely something you love to see as far as this team. Overall, I would rate this team a 9 out of 10. Just a few holes here and there, man, but this team definitely have what it takes. We saw what Penn State was able to do with the roster that they had, so um, let's keep this thing moving on. Next up we have is let's do TCU. TCU is a kid that didn't really recruit as well. He didn't make the playoffs neither, but he's very consistent and he's trying to be in good with Stephen A. Smith. You know, this is how you um, win awards. You know, even though you're not winning, you're still showing up, participating, and as long as while you stay in the clear, man, this is how you be one of the top guys as far as that go. I want to do something special for y'all, man. This upcoming Natty, all that stuff. This year, as far as awards go, but I'm not gonna say it until we get close on it. I'm learning my lesson, so I'm not gonna say much, but just know I'm trying to do something special. Um, Quarterback wise, as you guys can see, he has an 87 rated quarterback. Definitely stands out right there. He was a 4 star kid, 6'5" from Texas. I love this kid right here, 6'5", man. Definitely love that. He has everything that you want in a quarterback. He's the typical style quarterback with 97 power, throwing power as well. You add on one more, that's 98 throwing power. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with this quarterback. 290 rated kids as well. So instead of me just doing this, let's take a listen to hear what he had to say.
Hey, Stephen A. Thanks for this interview. Well, last year we're gonna put it to bed. We were kind of disappointed on the outcome. We thought we were better than what we showed on the field. This season, we're gonna take a wait and see approach. We're a little kind of thin on the offensive line. I have to work some things out, get the best young guys available. If I can get the offensive line going, I got some nice recruits, 4 star running backs that's coming in the program, and we're gonna try to take the pressure off our quarterback and run the ball extra than we usually do. I still think my defense, which will carry us again this season, will make more better plays in the clutch. Um, I'm hoping to make a goal game. Start from there. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you for your time as well. This is not a bad team. This is definitely a bold, capable team. They have some pieces in play. They have some guys, man, that really can get down. 91 rated. A lot of older guys, so I think that's a plus as far as this football team. They're not young. They have some guys. Let's see. Before we get to the next team, I hit the wrong button. Let's take a look at that. So yeah, they have a lot of guys, man. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 seniors, man. And then they also have a ton of juniors. So this is not a very young team, which is good. You know, you have guys with experience. He's in the green with a lot of these guys as well. So this is a team that I will rate at probably like a 8.5 off the rip, simply because he have a way to make this team work. All right, moving on. We did young man team. Next up we have will be LSU, man. One of my favorite. LSU is a team that they were 90 plus rated all across the board. They lost in the playoffs, but they are a team that's continuing to load up 99 rated all across the board. So instead of me talk, let me go ahead and play this short video clip of what Mike had to say, and then we'll discuss his team.
Yeah, we're at the point in the cycle where I've got talent developers, so I can pretty much take any player and turn them into 90s at some point if they stay long enough. No excuses. My team should be solid. I think my only real weakness will be my offensive line. But still, guys, there are like 88 and 89. So I say weakness very lightly. My team has no real holes. My secondary is insane. My quarterback room is insane. My running backs, again, insane. My wide receivers are not nearly what they were last year, but still plenty good enough to compete. So it'll just be up to me not throwing red zone interceptions. That really is my Achilles heel, is I like to throw picks.
Yeah, so appreciate that, Mike. Sometimes he have technical difficulties trying to give us these recaps, but I definitely appreciate the effort. As he said, man, I mean, this team is stacked all across the board. They have a lot of talent, starting with their quarterback. I'm very interested to see who they're going to go with. But if we were just looking, I would assume it would be Gabe Speaks. But we will see once the season actually starts if one of those quarterbacks prove me wrong. I want to say he have a 5-star kid. Maybe he don't. Quarterback. Maybe he don't. But yeah, so maybe he go with Gabe Speaks. This kid has everything you want in a quarterback. 98 throwing accuracy short, 95 throwing accuracy mid, 99 on the run as well. He have some mental traits as well, I would assume. As you guys can see, improve in game recovery of wear and tear when off the field. Winning time, increased composure late in close games as well. That's great right there. I love that kid. He also obviously have some loaded running backs, Kareem Ruffin, and also Dewan Trapp as well too. He has a 1-2 punch right here. That's going for this football team. They don't have a fullback. They have a lot of receivers, some guys that can stretch the field as well. Paul Owens and Ofiza Draft. These two kids are definitely something to look out for. Other than those two, I kind of feel like they're lacking a little bit. I mean, but that's a lot to say. But this kid right here is a 4-star speedster, 6'2", from Alabama. He have roller coaster, composure gain and loss is more volatile. Winning time, increased composure late in close games as well. 95 speed definitely was one of the biggest reasons why I clicked on him. He's the second fastest of the all wide receivers on the roster. So definitely can feel like he's going to play a lot in this game. I mean, a lot this season. Something to look out for. 92 rated tight end, 88 rated tight ends as well. He did mention his line isn't the best, but I think his only weakness is the right tackle, 82 rated. So if I'm playing this team, I will load up on that right side and try my best to get in there. I'm going to remember that name, Dominique Butcher. But he's a freshman, so he's gonna continually get better. 6'7", 293. He also have fan favorite and offensive line rally composure game for O-line on pancake blocks. So he's going to get better as long as the team around him gets better as well, in particular the line. And if you're going to get him now, you better get him. He was a red shirt freshman. He's a redshirt freshman as well. So that's something definitely stands out as well. Team loaded up all around, man. D tackles, Sam, Mike, cornerback wise, he have 90 plus rated DBs as well. He have some speed, some guys that can lock you down. Free safeties, along with strong safeties as well. This kid is and it's amazing. I think this is a damn good recruit right here. 3-star that end up being 95 rated. That's unheard of right there. That's absolutely amazing. He also have a freshman. This kid is 5-star. Wow. He have wrap up, hammer, knockout, aftershock, and blow up. That's pretty good right there. So overall, I'm gonna give this team a 10. I mean, it's a no-brainer. 99 rated all across the board, and that's something that I love to see right there. Moving on, let's get to Georgia Tech.
Decent, really, with Georgia Tech. So we're finally getting some guys that, fit our scheme, fit what we're doing, and, want to play, take us to a championship. I think we competed really well last year, and it's just, it's going to keep getting better. Excited for my matchup with Clemson this year. And see what these new guys are going to do, and, excited to get the ball moving, get the season started.
Appreciate you right there. This team here is pretty young, but they also have some seniors as well. A couple of names that stand out to me off the rip is 92 rated Mike linebacker. They also have the 90 rated kid, a quarterback. Obviously, everything's about quarterbacks. He has 95 throw as far as short. He was a 4-star kid. He's 6'2". He's a pocket passer. He also have winning time, increased composure late in close games. Field general shows post snap blitzers, and he's a road dog. So this is going to come in handy. He can increase composure gains on the road. That's going to be huge for a team like Georgia Tech, considering what they are trying to do. Nice set of running backs, nice fullback, some pretty good receivers. In particular, you have a senior, David Boenzi. He's a 6'1" kid, 94 speed, 92 catching, 98 spectacular catch. And they also have a freshman. He was a 3-star kid, 81 rated, 6'3" from Alabama. He has the natural, and he also have road dog. What's unique about this roster is that they have players that have road dog attached to their traits. So anytime you have that, I think that's going to be key because I hate playing on the road. And to have that road dog attached to a lot of these players is going to help him a lot when it's all said and done. They also have an 88 rated Sam, 92 rated Mike, as I mentioned earlier. So a good set of DBs. They have a good set of DBs as well. And I would rate this team, I would rate them a good 8.5 from what I see. But we're going to keep this thing rolling. Let's go with all right, let's go with Nebraska. We know they're going to try to get back for sure.
Hey, Stephen A., it's going to be a big season for Nebraska football. It's going to be an interesting season for Nebraska football. At quarterback, we lost Daniel Kalen to the draft. He went in the 4th round. So we're going to have to, for the first time in this cycle, start a freshman. There's 2 options here. Jarez Edmond, who we recruited last season, is an elite dev freshman redshirt. Kind of mid-tier speed, but better throwing arm. And then we got Shontavious Wint from the University of Georgia in the transfer portal, also a freshman redshirt, also an elite dev. So either way, the future looks bright.
but this year might be a down year for us in the passing department, which is going to be kind of different than how I usually do things, because typically I'm one of the contenders for the Davey O'Brien Award, one of the contenders for the Unitas Golden Arm of the Year Award if I have a senior. So I'm going to have to rely more on the 3 running backs that we have brought back, Jamarian Parker, Frankie Freeman, Clyde Eddy. Those guys are going to be huge, and hopefully the experienced and upperclassmen for the wide receivers can help the transition from senior NFL-bound QB to the freshman. Defensively, we lost 8-9 players to the draft, all of them starters. So it's going to be a whole new defense. Whole new linebackers, 2 new edges, 2 people in the secondary. They all went to the draft, all got drafted. So trying to fit together the keys there. It's going to be a puzzle on how we're going to play defensively this year, but I love to solve puzzles. So early on, might have a game where I play Edmond, might have a game where I play Wint. And when we get into conference play, I think we'll have our decision made. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate that. I also appreciate you as far as the full breakdown of the entire roster. That means I don't have to do it. But I will say that this 5-star kid is pretty special. I'm going to keep my eyes on Jerez Edmond, 5-star, 6'3" from Arizona. I love 5 stars, man. It's just being a reporter in real life is just something that I just love, man. It's like looking at candy. He have everything as far as traits go. He have the throwing power as well. So I'm interested to see if this kid going to take on Wentz, outbeat him as far as quarterback battle. But it won't be easy. This is a 3-star kid, but he have just as good traits along with stats, ratings as the 5-star kid. So you definitely have to love that for sure. Taking a look at the team that lost in the Natty Championship last year, that's Georgia. This team was Stephen A. Smith's best recruiting of last year. They loaded all around, man.
What's up, Stephen A? This is possibly going to be a rebuilding year. We lost 37 players after the national championship game. Now, 21 of them were drafted, which is great. But we did have a lot of transfers. Guys just felt like they weren't going to play. Some of them were planning to, be elevated to starters. The good thing is during the portal, we were able to get back 2 of them, which, in my opinion, were the most important 2, which were my best up-and-coming corner last year, and then another freshman corner. So that's all positive. Also able to get a quarterback in the portal that we lost from our roster the previous season. So he joins Georgia, again. So we'll see how that goes. But we are going to have a lot of new starters. Some players that will start did contribute, but new starters across the board. So we got to change some things around. Hopefully we can get back to the Natty and win it this time. But the dogs are hungry and we're ready to get to it. But it's looking up. But yeah, we were able to bring in 33 after losing 37. So we don't actually have to make any cuts this year, which is great. But a lot of quality players that has joined the Georgia roster. So that's what we continue to look for is quality. The goal was to take a smaller class. However, when we lost all of those players, we had to jump into the portal and snatch some guys up. So a lot of positive things happening, and we're looking forward to see how we improve for this next season. But thanks, Stephen, and good luck.
This team is 1,000% loaded. I know he said that they lost just about 30 players, but they were able to fill in a lot of holes. 90 rated all across the board as far as the rating. 90 some rated every swipe, just about 90 rated. Now the receivers is not as great, but they do have some speed to stretch the field. So if I'm playing this team, I'm definitely not pressing. But when you look at their O line, one of the strengths of this team, in my opinion, is their O line and D line in the trenches. And when you play any team in the SEC, that's what it really come down to. And I feel like he was able to keep that going, keep that tradition going, especially D line. I mean, oh my goodness, his front seven is continuing to be high rated all across the board. Again, he also spoke about his cornerbacks. He has some older guys with 90 plus rating corners, and then he also have some freshmen as well. So a lot of these freshmen are going to learn from some of these guys up top. That's also great. So overall, I'm gonna give this team a 10 all across the board again, and I wouldn't allow what he said as far as what they're losing to. I wouldn't allow that to. Um, I wouldn't overlook that if I was you guys. That is for sure. Next up, we have is Alabama, the new Alabama kid. He was the Stephen A. Smith Appreciation Award winner. He had South Carolina most of the cycle, and he chose to put his name in the hat, and he won Alabama. I'm very happy for him, man. I thought about taking Alabama, but I want to build Colorado. So let's take a listen to hear what he has to say about joining a new team, man, being a new head coach, and taking over the Nick Saban's field.
Hey, Stephen A. First off, I'd like to thank the whole community in Columbia for South Carolina. It was a great run. But as you know, we recently accepted the job to be the head coach of the Crimson Tide here down in Alabama, which we're very excited about. Taking over a great squad that Truth left behind. But we're really just excited to try and take this to the next level and hopefully continue to be a contender down here. For our class, we're really excited. I think we have a really high number of 4 stars coming in, a lot of guys who can compete for the jobs, and some really good depth. We have 3 great elite talents coming in. Jimenez on the line. We have a D-tackle, Bibbs, and a freshman quarterback that we got out of the transfer portal, Aurora. So we're excited about that. We had kind of some depth issues at quarterback. We have Russell, who's going to be a phenom, but we didn't really have anybody behind him. So we did a good key job here in adding some depth to that QB room, kind of hoping that we can fill that for the future. And all around, I think we just made the squad a little deeper. And you have to give Truth credit. I mean, I'm coming in here with a squad that is really set. So we're just going to have to try and put up some good schemes. We're going to have to try and play disciplined football. But there's no excuses now, right? We have a loaded roster. We are in a place where we can recruit well. So it's on me to get the best out of these guys. But, man, I'm excited. So this will be a really fun 2028 year. And we're excited to see where we can take this team. Thanks for taking the time, Stephen A.
Appreciate that. Just looking at their roster, I'm going to have to give them maybe a 9.5, 9. Overall, this team is very loaded. They have a lot of players that's in play, plug and play, led by quarterback Keelan Russell. No doubt about it, 5-star kid. He's a senior. We tried to get him actually in real life. He was going to be one of the quarterbacks other than Julian Juju Lewis, 6'3" from Duncanville, Texas. I mean, he has everything that you want in a quarterback. He's a dual threat as well. See if they got him as a dual threat on here. Yeah, dual threat as well. 94 speed, 99 acceleration. He's going to be electric. He probably could potentially be one of the Heisman front runners for this year. He also spoke about the line, in particular the D line. His O line isn't as great. A few holes here and there I see as far as the line go. But overall, as he said before, he has no excuses. He can get this team all get this team over the hump. You have 390 rated corners. David Hay, 99 rated. The kid run a 4.2, I would assume. 4-star kid, 6'2", boundary DB, so he can lock up a lot of the slot corners. He also has some great guys on the back end as far as the secondary. So overall, I'm gonna give this team a 9.5. They definitely have what it takes for sure, and it's all on Dave, as he mentioned. Next up, we have is OJ. I did not realize what team he had, so let's see what OJ had to say.
Stephen A. Smith, you know, keep this short and sweet. I don't really know what my class means. Why don't I know? Because we've taken over a new program. We've taken over the North Carolina Tar Heels. Pipelines galore. Stephen A., I couldn't tell you where we are. This is going to be we've got to figure out who we've got. We've got to figure out where they're at. Got to figure out how they fit in. Thank you so much, Stephen A.
Yeah, so this team is 90 plus rated, so that's a great start as far as taking over a new program. Because usually, when you take over a new program, you have to get guys. It's still the same way. You have to get the players that you want that fit your style or your scheme. But he have a lot to work with, being the new head coach of this football team, in particular, wide receivers with some speed that can stretch the field. His quarterback isn't up to par. I think that's one of his biggest weaknesses. So I'm interested to see if he's going to start the sophomore kid or the freshman. He's a 4-star kid from South Carolina. He have the traits. He have the roller coaster, the clear-headed, the fan favorite as well. He also have some receivers, as I said before, can stretch the field. O-line is pretty up and down. It's not great. But he do have a very good defense, and me knowing OJ loves defense, and he definitely have that for sure. Definitely in the 90 rated. One of the weaknesses is his secondary. 83 is his highest rated DB. So if I'm playing this team, I would definitely be licking my chops simply because I see a secondary that's not as strong as what you would want it to be. But he is the new head coach of the team. I would rate this team maybe a eight. But they have the pieces in play to win games. I just think that they have some holes as far as this football team. Moving on, next up we have is Fly Baby Gaming.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I had a family emergency, man, and I couldn't finish out the recruiting. So it just was defaulted by the computer or whatever. How that ended. So that's how my recruiting season ended. Pretty much on a bad note about that, but that was uncontrolled out of my hands. As far as that quarterback, he wasn't my starter. He was actually redshirted last year, so
The quarterback he's talking about is Spears. He is in Colorado right now. 4-star kid.
he wasn't a. As far as that quarterback, he wasn't my starter. He was actually redshirted last year, so he wasn't a. I was planning on starting him this year or giving him a shot to start this year, but he chose otherwise. So we got plan A, B, and C. So we're locked at quarterback. That's not my issue. Yeah, man, just frustrated about the other recruiting thing, brother, man. But just looking forward to having a big season. Hopefully to come on top on the Big 12 this year and make it into the playoffs and make some noise. So look out for the UT, baby. Here we come.
Yeah, this team pretty much loaded all across the board. My thoughts and prayers with you, Fly Baby Gaming, as far as family emergency. Hope everything is good. This team is pretty loaded. They are lacking at the linebacker position. So if I'm playing this team, I would kind of look at that. Okay, I can maybe run on this team. But it's also on the right edge as well. But they do have a freshman right edge. He is a 4-star kid from California. He have the roller coaster fan favorite and the clear-headed. I think this kid has what it takes, but it's not great right off. But he's just a freshman, so he's going to get better and better. In the secondary, they also lack in that as well. So I will be licking my chops if I've ever played Texas, simply because they're not deep at cornerback, but they do have one kid that's very fast. But if you're scouting and you're recruiting, you can say, okay, I just throw away from 29 because you have all the speed and the intangibles. But after that, it's pretty much okay, But he mentioned that he understands that the team is not as great as the ratings say, a 95 rated. I'm gonna have to say a 7.5. If we're being honest, we do have a very good quarterback. Not something to worry about. He was a four-star kid, 6'6", 197. So that's something that you definitely can lean on if you are Flybaby Gaming. All right, let's go on with the next one. Next one we had is Clemson.
Hey, Stephen A. Thanks for reaching out, man. I feel good about the recruiting class. It was actually a really strong class overall. I picked up a hell of a quarterback that will actually get redshirted this year to get an extra year of eligibility, but I have a quarterback that was my backup this year that is going to be really good, and after some development will be even better. Hit on a couple people in the transfer portal, missed out on a couple players I really wanted, but it's all good. Hoping for some good development in the wide receiver room as far as some more speed goes. But if not, I got a couple wide receivers that are big bodies and got a 50-50 skill. So I think I'll be all right. And looking forward to this year. Looking forward to another hopefully solid playoff berth at least, and maybe a little bit further.
Yeah, I think this team is going to definitely be good. As I said before, Clemson, they have the quarterback. They also have speed to stretch the field as well. Overall, I mean, I love this team top to bottom. I would rate this team just basically just scanning through maybe a 9 or so, or a little less than that. They don't really have too much to worry about. They do have speed, but not something like a Georgia team where you have to worry about their line isn't as great. So someone that loves to blitz like myself definitely would love to blitz. But they have a good front four along with a subpar front seven. Back end as far as the linebackers go. Not a team that I would fear. I see they have a strong secondary. They're very strong secondary, probably one of the biggest strengths of their team, but not necessarily something that I would be afraid of. I'm gonna have to give them, like I say, what did I say? Maybe an 8, 9, somewhere up in there overall, but nothing to be scared about if I was playing this team. Next up we have is Ohio State.
Overall, I would say I have tempered expectations for the team. I don't have a ton of depth in any one position, and I feel like my recruiting was very much mid. I think I've got some good players coming in, but I'll be curious to see how it all turns out on the field. I think I'll have a better season than I had last season. I kind of ran into a buzzsaw at the end there, but I'm happy to have my running back coming back after the 2,000-yard season, and hopefully we can improve on last season and make a run for the playoffs again.
Yeah, that is Sam Williams-Dixon. He returning back is going to be big for Ohio State. Overall, this team is not loaded. They're 90-plus rated, man, but when you look at this team, they have definitely they can be beat. I mean, overall, I'm not going to give them that. I give them like a 7.5 or 8. It's a team I wouldn't be scared of because they don't have a lot of high-rated players. A lot of them are like in the 80s. But not like a LSU where it was just all 90s. So that's that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm tired now. Lastly, we have is Texas A&M.
Yeah, Stephen A. Thank you for having me, man. Well, first of all, I feel like this is what, year 4, year 5 now of recruiting,
Wait a minute.
and we have not yet cracked that top 5. We have 0 out of 2 top 5. So people see our recruiting skills and we making top 6, number 8, number 10, number 7. We are doing that with very limited coaching abilities. We've never had 2 top 5 classes, so we don't have those skill sets to bring in the big guys. But year after year, we do find guys that can contribute. This year was no different. As you stated, we were number 6, just right outside the top 5. But yeah, we brought in some heavy hitters, man. We brought in a guy who is I think a linebacker who was elite. We brought in 2 3-star linebackers and an elite linebacker in this class alone. And I think our classes we ended up with 9 stars and 1 elite and 9 impacts. With 2 normies. So we only got 2 guys normal. Not that we care about that type of thing, because we like attributes. But in college it is a lot more important because it's harder to raise those plateaus, raise those impact and star and all that. But we felt like we did good, man. We feel like as far as our ranking being top 23, that's just our ranking from the previous year. We had a bowl game. We actually played hard at the end of the season and actually got ourselves back in the top 25. So that was good for the kids to work hard to, finish on a good note. And, National Signing Day, we brought in, 3 quarterbacks. We didn't land the quarterback we wanted. A superstar quarterback who was on the bench during the national championship game. He had to sit on the bench and watch his team lose to Penn State. And I guess he was fed up and just wanted to leave. Now he's taking his chances. Me and Nebraska was in a battle, in the recruiting battle, and he decided to go to Nebraska. And he may have made that decision due to we have 3 new recruits coming in the quarterback room. We got Martin Monk, who is coming to us. I don't even remember what team he came from. He coming from FIU. And then we got a dude named Josh Laguda, who was a hometown hero in TCU. He had dealt a bad hand at TCU. Failed a couple classes. I had to move on here to Texas A&M. And we look forward to getting them into the program. Both of those guys are freshmen, so they're transfer freshmen. And we got one guy, John Ewell, who is I think he's an impact player, but those 2 other guys that came in, they're Lagudas from TCU is a star. And they're young guys, so we're interested to get that. We shored up the offensive line, brought in nice big guys. We had 5 stars who were redshirted last year, who all star development, and they're going to be on the line starting. So we moved a big guy from the right guard to center. He was a center when we got him, athlete who could play the whole, everybody, left tackle, guard, center. So we moved him back to center. He was injured last year for the season in week 3. So we look forward for see where his rehabilitation takes him. You know what I'm saying? And, we look to do big things this year. We got the same quarterback. Some people might be scared of that, but I don't think it was his fault, man. I think he had to run for his life against the more premier defensive lines, and our offensive line just weren't ready, but now they're a year older. And, hey, we're ready to go. So we're coming in this year with 12 seniors. And we got a lot of sophomores and a lot of redshirt freshmen. And a lot of freshmen. So we got a lot of guys who will sit on the bench ready to go. And we look forward to seeing what we can do this season. Y'all tune in, Game Entertainment Network. Week 1 is going down. Thank y'all for having me. Peace.
Appreciate that. Texas A&M definitely have a lot of high qualified players, but I'm not going to rate them a 10. They have returner Brady Hart. He wasn't a high performance quarterback from last season. He just didn't do too much. Running back wise, they have lost some guys as far as running back go. Taylor Williams, maybe they have some guys returning, but nothing that stands out. But we know Massive definitely is a good runner. So it's nothing to minimize as far as that go. Receivers, they have 2 90-plus rated receivers. I think that's great. One freshman receiver with 90-plus speed, 4-star from Pennsylvania. I think that's going to be key. But I think this team really going to come down to what they can do on the football field. Can it translate what they have in this team? Can it translate on the field? Because looking at them top to bottom, they are a very high qualified team. It's just a matter of, do they have what it takes to get the job done when it matters the most? All right, man. So you guys know I just completed every single interview. So of course, no doubt about it, if you did not respond, oh, sorry, SMU. Last one is SMU. Other than that, if you didn't respond, dog, you know you're ineligible. This is a long video. All right, let's see what he had to say.
Hey, thanks for the interview. Yeah, I was never in the top 10. I snuck up toward the top 10 at the end there. You're probably in the same situation I am in Colorado. I know it's hard to recruit there. The game just doesn't play the way it did last year, and so you really have to struggle if you're not one of these people that fell backwards into a great team. We weren't born with the silver spoon in our mouth and able to fight for 5 stars and all the 4 stars, and getting these guys with all these abilities. So we actually have to build something. We have to work for it. So my strategy the last 2 seasons was to bring in as many guys as possible, and we'll try to find the depth traits and try to get them built up. You're still trying to see who you can get with skill caps and things like that, but ultimately it's just, when you're building a team from nothing, you have to work just a little bit harder than everybody else. So pretty good draft class. I think last year's was probably better. Some guys I was disappointed to see had normal traits in comparison to the ones that get you some more points. But we should be able to build a pretty good roster, starting to build from inside the trenches on the offensive and defensive lines. It seems like in this game that there really is an advantage if you can find some good linemen and really pound the ball. So I'm just trying to see what we can build. Some of these guys are going to play right away. Some of them are going to take a little bit longer. I found a really good running back that I wasn't expecting to actually recruit. He's probably going to get a pretty good amount of carries. So we'll see how it works out. Looking forward to the training bumps and to see what we can do with these players. Thank you very much. Good luck in the next season coming up.
Thank you, Amphis. Amphis is usually one of the best when it comes to recruiting, and there's no doubt about it. He knows what the team should look like. He knows I'm always high on him when it comes to recruiting and drafting, team building, things like that is what Amphis is very, very good at, and there's no doubt about it. His team looks like a sleeper, but they definitely have unique traits and skill sets about them. If Amfish grabbed them, they have some things about him. Trust and believe me, he's very, very deep. You guys know how great Absolution is on the sticks. I would say Amfish is up there when it comes to building. He goes very thorough when it comes to this. So I think this team is going to be great. As he said before, we have to work harder than an Alabama or an LSU. But when this thing is all said and done, I do feel like this team is going to have what it takes. I would rate this team like a 9 simply because I know the history of Amfish. I'm not going to allow the rating to dictate anything when it comes to him. Trust me, I know what it looks like when it comes to certain coaches. Amfish is one of those guys. And so I think that's it, man. Now I can take me a break. And as I said before, tomorrow I will go through and see who didn't respond and make them all ineligible. That's for sure. Peace.